My name's Steve Birmingham. I'm retired. I live in West Monroe, Louisiana. I retired in 2016, and when I retired, I was looking for an outdoor activity to just kind of keep me occupied. I wanted a low impact activity, and I used to run. That was a little bit too much impact, so I kind of settled on biking and kayaking. I started paddling pretty heavy during COVID. I have some friends that have developed paddling trails in Union Parish, some more friends that have developed trails in Webster and Bossier Parish, and another friend that has some trails he's developed in Lafayette Parish. And I got to think, why don't we have any trails in Ouachita Parish? We have such an abundance of water, a lot of places to paddle, and no paddle trails. So I said, well, nobody else is going to do it, so I guess I'll get started. And I've put together several trails, and we just hope that it'll grow. We've got such an abundance of water in Ouachita Parish. We have obviously the Ouachita River. We have Bayou Désiré, we have Black Bayou Lake, we have Shinny Lake. All of those bodies of water all of them are within Ouachita Parish. There's an abundance of wildlife, especially on Black Bayou Lake. There's wildlife all up and down the Ouachita River. Shinny Lake is full of beavers. Bayou Désiré has got birds, wildlife. Just the wildlife and the abundance of water makes it, Ouachita Parish, an ideal place to kayak. If somebody's interested in getting into kayaking, the first thing I would suggest is to visit the local paddling shop. They have a lot of information, a lot of equipment, a lot of kayaks. They have a calendar on their bulletin board that has all the paddles each weekend in the area. And the staff at the Ouachita Paddling Provisions is just great at keeping up with current events. And my biggest suggestion would be visit the paddle shop, talk to them, and they can put you on the right track. I started having a passion about bicycles when I retired. I've just started collecting a lot of bicycles. I actually collect vintage Schwinn bicycles from the 50s and 60s. And I have a shop full of bicycles. All the neighborhood kids would stop by, and I was just surprised at the number of kids that didn't have any experience on how to maintain how to air up a tire or change a flat. So I just started letting the kids come in, and I'd show them how to change a flat or show them how to air up their tires. I also do a bike week, and we put together the city of West Monroe and West Monroe Police Department has 10 bicycles donated for the kids in elementary schools in West Monroe. And I assemble all those bicycles, and we take them to the wetland trails over at Highland Park. Probably one of my most memorable times was actually right here on Black Bayou Lake, and it was January of this year. Our eagles normally migrate back from the north to Black Bayou Lake late November or early December. So I start coming out to the lake. I actually come out here year round, but I start looking for the eagles in December. And probably mid-December, both eagles showed up, and I watched them. I would come out here every week just to check on them. It's about a 2-mile paddle out to their nest and a 2-mile paddle back. So I would paddle out to their nest and look at them and check on them, then I'd paddle back. About a week before Christmas, I noticed, I don't know if it's the male eagle or the female, but only its head was protruding out of the nest. And I said, well, that eagle's sitting on an egg, so they have laid an egg, which is good. They normally lay 2 eggs. I didn't know how many they'd laid because I couldn't see down in the nest. But I watched the eagle. The incubation period is 35 days for an eagle's egg. I watched them till mid-January. Mid-January, both eagles were up on the edge of the nest. I said, well, they're not sitting on the egg anymore. That probably means the egg has hatched. And I watched it for a week or two, and my most memorable occasion was about the first week of February. I saw both eagles sitting on the side of the nest, and I had my binoculars. I was looking, all of a sudden I see a wing come up out of the nest. I said, well, there's the baby eagle. So I just thought that was great, to see the mom and the dad there, and then the little wing come up. It just kind of stuck with me. I love to paddle to the eagle nest. It's just, I kind of have a passion for eagles. I think they're a very majestic bird. To see one in the wild is just awesome. I like to watch them fly. I like to watch them land, just to spread their wings and spread their tail feathers and land on their nest. Just a great thing to see. And to be able to come to Black Bayou Lake, which is basically in the city limits of Monroe, and have this treasure, and to be able to paddle out to that nest and back, is just, it just doesn't get any better than that.